Hi, my name's Dave Houston from Full On Theatre Company. We've been operating since 1998, mainly out of Melbourne and regionally. Also lived in Scotland for a year where we did shows, but we've been based in regional New South Wales for the last 6 years. Full On Theatre has a proven track record for touring nationally and internationally and making amazing community work. Our funding has come from a source of arts funding, but also mental health sector funding and trauma and resilience recovery funding. One of our projects called Rising was into its 4th week exploring bushfires when the floods hit the northern rivers. So our project changed course and included immediate effects of bushfire and flood. The benefits of the bushfire project shows, which include Rising, Limbo Land and Limbo Land with the youth cast, was quite profound on community members, especially in the Lismore region with people who had experienced heavy floods and heavy losses, and to be portrayed by youth actors and to see their story come to light, to see their story of bushfire, evacuation and recovery put into a play with discussions afterwards is a really powerful model for community development. This was a really rich and rewarding project and a great outcome for the money that was invested in Full On Theatre. We've also toured overseas to international children's festivals. We've done artist residencies, most recently last year, where Indigenous performer Mitch King and I created Awkward. This is a new show that's up and touring. Currently, we're about to perform a show that has been 2.5 years in the making. This is called Strong Mob, and it's an amazing project where it's theatre one day and fully led Indigenous healing ceremony called Merengingi Day the next day. Merengingi Day means to turn one's spirit around. This project's about trauma, recovery, hope and love. In 2026, Full On Theatre will have 3 shows that are ready to tour. A solo show called Still Here by Dave and the Daves, a duo show called Awkward, and a show with 4 cast members called Strong Mob. This puts us in a really great position to be financially stable and to be viable. Funding from Create New South Wales will enable us to move from project funding to a more sustainable 2-year model. Our commitment to using the creative arts for community and mental health promotion is quite strong. I identify as an artist with a disability, and I've created a mental health comedy depression show. It's a solo show, although I can do it with other musicians, called Still Here by Dave and the Daves. Often after this show, I'll have a mental health forum or discussions with community members and a panel. And I also want to tour this around New South Wales and beyond. We're committed in the next 2 years to attend as many performing arts market as we can, to sell our 3 existing shows while creating 2 new works. One of the new works is called Real Special, and it's based out of Bellingen, and it includes 6 disabled actors and 6 non-disabled actors. It's a group of young people who are making a punk rock statement about inclusion and exclusion. Full On Theatre is strongly dedicated to being a regional arts organisation. We've also worked in desert communities doing drum making, African percussion, drum and dance, hip hop, contemporary Indigenous movements. I want to contribute to the social fabric of the regional arts movement in Australia with touring, but also recognising that great products come out of a regional area. Full On Theatre makes work in collaboration with other artists, but also with communities. Full On Theatre hopes to instill passion, creativity and skills in community groups to help them find their voice. Story, to me, is everything. And if you don't have a voice, you can't tell your story. And Full On Theatre wants to help regional Australia tell their story.
And tell me your story.